All right. Hello, everybody. Sorry for the massive echo you guys hear. The audio is very temporary in this setup. Welcome, everyone. Obviously, I'm still getting some stuff set up. I wanted to hop in, though, because we've made it through an entire song and all that stuff. Hope you guys are doing well. I see Gamers, Ian Young, Zalara, Amiibo, Shy. Welcome to the stream, guys. It's been so long since I streamed. Right? But it's for good reason. The day after the last stream, I got the keys to this new place. So we actually have a dedicated streaming studio. You hear no song? Of course. Sorry about that. There we go. Yeah, when I unplug and replug my amp, it forgets both my microphone and my speakers. So yeah. Sorry about that. What happened to the background? I moved, Shy. I moved. You knew about that. Alright. I think we just have to get the capture card set up. So I'm assuming you guys hear a super bad echo right now, don't you? That's my assumption. One second, I'm trying to get this, So here's an interesting problem to have. Not much echo? Good. I'm hearing a lot in my headphones. I think that's the feedback plus it bouncing off the wall to me, but not going back in the microphone. So good. That should be fixed soon. I ordered some stuff for that, as well as just getting some more things in here and getting the room more properly set up. Awesome. Glad to hear it's not too bad. I just don't want it to be like unbearable or sound like I'm talking through a tunnel or something. Yeah, the problem we're having at the moment is yeah, let's go ahead and update. We got a few things we're working on, so we can let that update. There we go. Now I got that back. There we go. Yeah, the problem was I don't have one of my monitors hooked up, and the capture window was still on that monitor, so it wasn't fully initializing. But yeah, we got our 3DS back now. Just waiting for the Switch to come online, and there we go. Isn't Zygarde shiny locked? Don't know about Gen 7. There was an event in Gen 7. Zygarde from the Dynamax Adventures is huntable. Also, which way do I need to move the camera? I feel like I need to adjust the camera some, so 1 second while I do that. Alright, that's a little bit more centered. Alright, so I think we're good to go now, guys. Let's actually get into the stream. It's going to be a little bit weird. It's going to take me a little bit to get used to it. Things are rearranged. My monitors, obviously, everything just in general is different, but I'll be working on getting this room fully set up how I want it. I also realize I've now made the camera point too far down. Hopefully that's good. I need it like up so it's above my head, but just low enough that the light that's up here doesn't come into the camera. Congrats on the move. Thanks, Vanillix. How you doing, man? Hope you've been having a good week. This room is quite warm with these lights. That's something I'll have to work on. Crack the window, do something, get the fan going. But yeah, let's get the first encounters in. And I have my capture card, or I have my 3DS and my Pro Controller switched around, guys. No more confusion. All right, let's go ahead and start releasing again. You're good. That's good to hear, man. That's good to hear. But yeah, guys, I'm super excited. I'm in the new place. The move went pretty well. Very hectic, but that's kind of to be expected, right? Like, you hope everything goes super smoothly, but I know, like, for me, I forgot that I had patio furniture and, like, thought I, like, was going to fit everything in my car, and then I didn't because there were chairs. There was more than just boxes, and stuff like that. Yeah, the moving process was pretty much a four-day thing at the end of it all. Let's see. Yeah. Oh well. Yeah, the moving process ended up being like a 4-day thing. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then yesterday was just spent unpacking. I've still got a lot of unpacking to do. You can see behind me the mess of cables that are related to this desk or to like my TV and stuff like that. I spent like an hour today trying to find my camera mount. I didn't know which box it was in, so I had to find that, like everything. It was crazy, but really, once I was fully out of the apartment, it was a lot less stressful. That was the one, like, time constraint I had, and then after that, the time constraint was today. And everything's good. We're all good with this, so I'm excited. There's a lot of new things to be done, a lot of excitement there. I have a lot of ideas for the room. I don't know how long any of those are going to take, but I want to do all of those to the best of my ability. I have another drawer over there that you can't really see because of the lighting. That's for like the other part of the desk. That's probably going to be where my computer actually ends up, is along this wall. So the wall behind me right now is probably the wall you will see. Just as a heads up on that. You like the look? Thank you. Yeah, so this is just the room with my lights in it. My lights are a lot more effective here than they have been anywhere else, just because I have so much more control over the lighting when it's a room dedicated to this and not just like... I couldn't put a light behind me like this before because, I had to use my apartment. The light would have been like where my couch was, So like for those kind of reasons, I'm really excited to have this dedicated office room for all this, so I can actually, get things set up properly. I've got ideas. Like I've said, I've got ideas. I've got bass traps coming in tomorrow, so hopefully by Wednesday they're expanded and aired out enough I can actually put them up so this echo goes away for me. And then more lighting, more desk stuff, just in general, a whole lot of stream things I want to get done. Some of it's just going to be like in terms of setting up the computer, or as we've talked about, getting more songs and playlists, making stream more interactive, all that kind of stuff. But right now the priority was just get the stream functional, to an extent that I'd be happy to stream and not like embarrassed to like be trying to stream with like a phone pointed at a 3DS or something like that. Can't chat as you have this week and next week to finish missing work, and then that's it. Whether or not you get everything in will determine if you stay in the advanced class or not. Also determines if you get a birthday. The important part of it is the birthday. I hope you're able to get it all done, Shy. Best of luck. Should you get Pokemon Sword or Monster Hunter Rise? You heard Monster Hunter's a fun series, but you really need to try out the new gimmicks in Gen 8. I would say I don't know anything about Monster Hunter because I've never played it. The gimmicks in Gen 8 aren't super like enticing. They're not like overkill or anything. They're not like super exciting, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Pokemon get big, Pokemon are a bit stronger. It's not like Megas where the stats really change. It's just like, it's big now, it's bulkier, and does more damage. Like, it can change battles in certain circumstances, but at the same time, like, Pokemon can still get absolutely wiped when they're Dynamaxed, if they're just poorly set up. So, yeah, in certain tournament formats, Dynamax is banned, but Gigamax or Gigantamax is allowed, and then other ones, Dynamax is allowed, but Gigantamax isn't, so it's very strange. Yeah, in general, I would say they're not super... I wouldn't get Sword and Shield just for, like, the gimmicks and Dynamax and stuff. That's, I guess, what I'm trying to say there. They're still decent games. Thankfully, Dynamax Adventures don't demand attention at all times, so you can mindlessly grind some Zygarde while doing some stuff. True. Approaching the end of September, finally. Yeah, and then it's October, and then it's November, and then we've got ourselves some new Pokemon games. So that's my timeline. That's my deadline to get this room properly set up and get really settled in, because, you know, right now the stream's a little bit, is like, I think the stream's gonna go okay. I just, you know, there's like the kind of unease of being in a different place, and, you know, everything's not quite where it was before and stuff like that, but I'll be getting settled in, and hopefully I get the room laid out right in the next week. Ideally, the room's laid out right with the other part of the desk, so I can start organizing things in the next week, and then from there, it's just, you know, slight improvement here, slight improvement there, all that good stuff, and we can actually be like fully comfortable, fully settled in with like the top quality stream, you know, the top quality stream, high stream energy, all that stuff going into BDSP when we're really just going to be slamming through some Pokemon games. I'd love to get a Gamekeeping Coliseum, so missing work it is. Very fair, very fair. It'd be crazy if we found a shiny today. Like the first day in the new place and we get the shiny. That'd be awesome. But yeah, so hopefully everyone's had a good, like, past week, you know, good weekend and all that stuff. As I've said, mine has been very busy, very hectic. I slept like a rock the past couple of nights, just catching up on the sleep and everything. All right. I think it's like that. I guess it should be like that. Yeah, Zalara, your birthday was this weekend. Well, happy late birthday. Hope you had a good birthday. Do anything fun for it? We're sort of super training in Gen 7 and forward, because when you're IV hunting or shiny hunting, you can check how many you have or hatched. What do you mean by, like, checking? Do you mean, like, checking the IVs? Because, yeah, that is nice, and I guess they added that in Gen 7, but then they didn't let you super train. You went to a wedding? Ooh, that sounds exciting. Yeah, I pretty much just moved. I took Friday off of work, so my dad and I can move most of my stuff here. We got a U-Haul, packed that pretty full, brought all that up, and then had what I thought was going to be like 3 carloads left. So Yumiko and I, we moved 2 carloads worth of stuff, one in his, one in mine, and thought that was it. And then, like I said, I had patio furniture left over, and my dad ended up coming up with his truck. We loaded stuff in there, and we were able to get everything out. It was a big relief when the apartment was fully empty, and I could turn in the keys and just be done with that, because, you know, the time crunch on that got a little bit stressful. But after that, it was all good. I was able to just come back and, you know, settle in and not really have to do a whole lot. Like I said, I like assembled my couch and my bed, and I literally just set my TV on the floor and was like, this is good for now. And so for the next like week, I'm gonna be unpacking everything and getting things in place. One of the big things I need to do is I have a glass display case I put like a lot of my Pokemon stuff in, and I gotta figure out if I'm gonna put that in here so it's on stream, or if I'm gonna put it back out by the TV like it was before. I'm not sure. Either way, it has to get assembled wherever it's gonna go soon, because right now there's just glass panes on my floor in here. But, you know, for that, like, I wanna have the desk, and I wanna, you know where everything is gonna go. Your birthday's in 6 days. You gotta get all that missing work done, Shy. And happy early birthday. Hopefully you can get all that done, man. Time to speedrun doing work? Yeah. So you can do it right, you can get the highest possible scores. Absolutely. Definitely try to get that accuracy in there, get that quality in. Hey, Gabby, how's it going? I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. I'm excited to be streaming again. It was a very hectic weekend. Really, like, from Wednesday through to, like, Wednesday through Saturday was really hectic. Just because I was so focused on moving. You know, it took like a carload up Wednesday, a carload up Thursday, loaded up a U-Haul Friday, loaded up more stuff Friday, loaded up another car or 2 full on Saturday, and just moving. My feet are dead. Like, I really just feel like I could spend an entire day with my feet just like off the ground, and I'd be happy. Yo, Sudden Death, what's going on? What's going on, man? Yo, what's yo? How's it going, man? How's it going? Hope you're doing well, dude. Hope you had a good weekend. Depends on how cool the shelves will look in the stream background. See, that's the thing, and that's part of why I would like to, you know, look into it. And like, I'd like to have the desk set up so I can figure out, you know, what I need to do with that, and like what would look best with that. Just because, like, where's the camera gonna point? Where's like some stuff gonna go on the walls? Where light's gonna go? I almost dropped my controller. You know, just figuring all that kind of stuff out is important. And I want to do that. I want to do that soon because I want to have the physical layout of the room pretty well set within like a week or two. Because that's the thing that's the hardest to get used to. If I update like stuff in the background, like, you know, that just gets updated in the background. I think that just kind of freshens things up over time. Those little updates. But like physically moving where the monitors are, where the camera is, where the microphone is, that kind of stuff can take a little bit of time to get used to once it's been done. So for me, I would really, really like to just like have that set up and good, you know, like early on. I don't want to get used to this at any point. Basically 3 English assignments, 4 history assignments, and 4 science things. The other 4 courses are covered / easy 100s. Well, dude, get that stuff done. That's a lot of missing work, man. How's the move with Miss Queen Adele? Who's your personal alarm clock? She did really well with it. I was actually very surprised at how well Adele handled everything. Because I mentioned, I talked about my concern just with the fact that she's not a fan of the car. She's never been a fan of the car. Literally the moment I adopted her, even while she was still at that point like drugged up on her like after surgery painkillers, because she had like dental surgery the day before I adopted her. So she was still pretty out of it there. Even then, she was freaking out in the car. And then when she had to go to the vet a couple times, I think looking at it, she was really just feeding off of my stress in those situations. Also, windy roads versus an interstate are a little bit different. But yeah, she was surprisingly quiet. She was very, you know, very chill. Yeah, she meowed a little bit. You heard her kind of rustling around. But really, it was only if like I made a noise or if, you know, it was shifting. Yeah, it's like going from like 6th to 5th because of like traffic or something. I'd get my hand like near her and she'd be like, "Hey," because she was just in the passenger seat in her kennel because it like buckles in there. So yeah, so she was really good about it, and she's taken to the new place very quickly. I was worried she'd be stressed or would just like find one place to hide, but no, immediately was just like laying on all my stuff like, "This is mine. You know, these are all my boxes." And like, you know, set up the bed. She's like, "All right, this is mine now." Set up the couch. She was all over that. You know, she was very. I think it helps that, you know, she's already like been on all the stuff, so it's just like it's already her stuff. So she's been pretty good with it. She's been pretty good with it. And she's excited. She's been very curious about all the new noises. You know, being in a house versus an apartment, you actually like hear cars driving down the road. You hear the mail truck. You hear rain a bit more. Just being not. And like as urban of an area, there's just a lot more sounds, like a lot more nature sounds that she's interested in. So like if I have one of the doors cracked open with like the screen door shut, she'll just kind of like listen and be like, "What's going on?" But yeah, she's taking it really well. She, you know, generally like shelter cats kind of have that like upper respiratory stuff where when they get stressed, they start getting like, you know, watery eyes, get sniffly and all that. She hasn't had any of that, which is great. It's really good to see that be the case. Just given some of her other medical stuff, like the idea that like she's actually really chill about something like is good. You already did your work for gym is an easy 100 as long as you wear the uniform. Bandits just show up, play your instrument, and do the scales on Tuesdays. Okay, so like the other stuff you just didn't have missing work in. I thought you meant like the missing work was easy. I was like, dude, that's a lot of missing work, but it still is. It's like what? You still have what? Like 11 assignments to do, man? Should be Axeman chat now. Awesome, gamers. Awesome. AV production is legit. Show up and play with Photoshop for 2.5 hours. I need to start learning a bit more Photoshop or like After Effects or Premiere. I have ideas with that I want to work more on. So I need to figure out what I want to do with that and how to do it and how to effectively do it, you know. So I have plans. I'm very, very excited for everything. Thank you to you guys who have left likes on the stream so far. Just in general, thank you to everyone who's been here. It's good to see everyone again. It's very good to see everyone again. It's been about a week, which isn't too long, but at the same time, it feels like a really long time. I'll be getting the stream schedule set going forward in the next like week or so, as far as, you know, normal streams, and that should hopefully be the stream schedule up until BDSP, where the only thing that happens with BDSP is more streams get added. And, like, at some point, if I end up going back to the office with work, there'll be some kind of update with that. You know, if I'm doing lunch streams or doing something else, like, stream schedule may kind of waver, just depending on which days I'm in the office and which days I'm not. Also, yeah, I really need to figure out the mic situation and audio situation. I might just need a different arm once I get everything set up to get the mic really in, like, the right spot. Just because right now it's hard to tell, just because I'm hearing an echo. Fortunately, it sounds like you guys aren't hearing too much of one. But there is a pretty bad echo in this room, even with me just, like, I've stuffed animals in all the corners to act as bass traps. Very, very rudimentary, and only on, like, the floor. Really, you're supposed to put, like, 8 bass traps in, like, a square room like this, you know. 2 in each corner, one at the floor and one at the ceiling. So I ordered a pack of 8 to put up to hopefully help with that. Just in general, it's a little bit different now because the room is smaller, which is good for lighting and audio in terms of preparing it and setting it up and tuning everything, but it generally leads to a harder starting point, which is fine with me. And also having hardwoods instead of carpet makes it much more echoey. Almost done with your Hero starting Season 5. Nice! I need to watch Season 5. I forgot that was out. I need to watch it. I think, or unless maybe I've watched Season 5 and I need the next season. I forget. But yeah, in general, I need to watch wherever the newest part of My Hero is. And yeah, after that, recommendations from there. I don't know, that's really like the one like super popular show that I've watched. Weirdly, for how much anime I used to watch, I watched a lot of stuff that was like people knew about, but like if you just went name anime that is most likely for someone to have watched, I probably hadn't seen it. Not because I was avoiding it, it just never was something. It was always something on my list, but it was never something that I like picked up. I don't know why. I was never avoiding it, but you know. I have a manual. Yes, I have a 6-speed Corolla hatchback. I wanted to own a stick shift at some point, and there aren't very many cars left that you can do that with, and there's very few cars I could really like reasonably afford to do that with that aren't like purchases off, you know, Facebook or like off like Craigslist or something. So I was avoiding that. Need to hunt for your Lycanroc, but you also want to rank up in Valorant, but you also don't want to miss the stream. I think you could do the Lycanroc and be in stream. Some shiny hunting during the shiny hunting streams, always fitting. You only have 200 Pokemon left for your Pokedex, but you're too lazy to complete it. The Pokedex can be a big task, I don't blame you. I've been working on my Gen 6 decks. I took a break this past week just because moving, being here now, but I'm going to be picking that back up. I've been using that kind of just to get into the swing of things when it comes to trying to efficiently complete a dex or just efficiently do stuff in Pokemon, because I haven't really ever had to be efficient before. You know, because I did most of my grunt work when it came to completing a dex with Gen 7. I did it in Sun, so I didn't have a whole lot to do in USUN when I was streaming, and most of my other hunts have been full odds or just, you know, like Sword and Shield. I didn't really get the interest, and like it didn't pique my interest to do it or to like stream it immediately, so it wasn't like a big deal. I didn't have my decks until like late December, but now, like I said, BDSP, I'm gonna be grinding as hard as I can to get as much done to get as much done as fast as possible. I want to be shiny hunting. I want to be shiny hunting with charm like within a week. That's kind of my goal. But that might be a bit lofty. We'll see. We'll see on that front. We'll see on that front. But we're going to be doing a ton of streams. 24-hour stream, maybe multiple 24-hour streams. We'll just have to see how it goes. I can totally see me drifting a Masuda on a racetrack. Yeah, the problem there is I don't fit in a Miata. I was in the car club at my college, and a guy rolled up in his NA Miata with a soft top, and you could see my head through the soft top. Like, you could see, like, the roof just coming along, and then it went whoop, over my head. Yeah, so I don't fit in Miatas. Unless you, like, welded a bucket seat straight to the floor, I wouldn't fit in a Miata. It's just a sad fact. You know what I should do? I should do this. There we go. Better than moving them one at a time. Don't forget to order the costumes. Yeah, I just need to figure out which one I want to order. I was actually looking at that a little bit today. But I figured I might have to order some other things, so I was just going to hold off and like make one bigger order altogether. Yeah, I still don't like Midoriya much. At least there's other people to like in there. What about Midoriya don't you like? Midoriya wasn't meant to be liked? How was he not meant to be liked? He's like the protagonist of the series. It's hard to try to... He's like supposed to be like this inspirational, like super good guy, right? Like that's literally like within the first episode, he's like, oh, he's like the only one worthy of this. Like he's very much meant to be good. So I don't know how he wasn't meant to be liked. Then shrink. Yeah, just get surgery to remove a couple like parts of my spine. Because it's not even leg room. It's not even like leg room's fully the problem. It's still the problem. I'm gonna hit the wheel with my knees, but but like it's from my butt to my head is already too much. Like my torso is too much for that car. Talks way too much and cries every episode, basically. Gets in the way all the time. Fair. Like, if you just really want to see, like, true professional hero stuff, like, watching a show about someone learning how to become a professional hero probably isn't the best way to do that. Give you some height if you need it. Yeah, I'm 6'6". It's, like, the tallest you can, like, comfortably be without things becoming too much of a nuisance. Like, obviously, I still have issues with, like, a car, like, certain cars, but fortunately, I don't have issues with doors. Personality is basically a shonen main character. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, at the same time, like, a lot of shonen protagonists are just kind of meant to be self-inserts, right? Like, they aren't supposed to have, like, super intricate stories and stuff just because, like, the idea of being like, this person's super average. It's like, anyone can be like, hey, that's me. This is me. I could do that. And, like, that's kind of the point of it. Yeah, I give you your height now. No. VR headset say you're taller than you am because it uses arm length. Interesting. I know mine got very confused during the setup process because it wasn't planning on anyone being as tall as I am. Like with the Rift S at least, I assume like the normal Rift also kind of does it for like their setup process, like having you like touch the floor with the controller to kind of figure out height, and it just the floor never is as low as it should be for me because it doesn't believe I'm this tall. Like, it just straight up is like, no, you can't be that tall. What? Like, yes. But, you know, when they're designing something and it works perfectly for, like, 99% of people, and accommodating that 1 other percent makes it, like, rough for everyone else, and, like, it's not bad for that 1%, your feet are just, like, when you look in the game, your feet are just a little bit higher than you feel your feet. It's like, who cares? That's what Steam VR did, but the game we were playing did arm's length. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, I need to get my VR headset set back up. This should be a good room for it. I think it's like a little bit smaller than the recommended play area when the desk is here, which, as far as like recommended maximum play area, but it's definitely big enough for most of the stuff I would be doing. Either sim racing like Assetto Corsa or playing like Beat Saber, and neither of those are really like moving games, right? Like Beat Saber, you just set yourself up so that you're swinging your arms away from everything, and then, you know, racing games, you're in a chair. Do you eat chicken nuggets even though you know what's in it? Personally, don't care because it tastes good. I assume you're referring to like the whole thing. Because I very much remember this when there was like that Jamie Oliver show for like very little amount of time, so I think no one watched it. Because the whole idea was, look how terrible the food you eat is, and everyone went, so what? I remember the one bit that he did was like, oh, you know, this always like makes the kids not want to eat chicken nuggets in Europe, but in America they still eat them, and it was, you know, him like showing that it was just all the dejected leftover meat from like the chicken from like other places, you know, using it. And he's like, oh, like they were disgusted by it, and then he looks so dejected when he cooks them and breads them, and they look fine, and like the kids eat them because they look like normal chicken nuggets, and it's like, is it bad? Is it bad that we utilize all the chicken? Like, it's still chicken, it just looks gross, and then you process it, and it looks like a chicken nugget, and it's fine. Most chicken nuggets aren't like that. That's just like specifically like those US food, or like whatever the other, like, there's like 2 companies that provide food to like literally every restaurant in school. Outside of those, like, that's they're just made with normal chicken. You saw that video too? Yeah, it's like, I get the idea that it's like, oh, they should know what's in there, and they should think it's gross. It's like, but why? Like, yeah. It's like how I won't eat a raw egg, and then you cook it, and it's fine. Right? Like, it's not always like, just because it looked bad at one point doesn't mean it's always gonna be bad. It's just using everything. I don't think we should just throw something out because it looks gross before you cook it. I wish Forza or MudRunner had VR. Yeah, I'm surprised Forza... I think we kind of talked about this, and the reason Forza doesn't is just that Microsoft and Xbox don't have a VR headset to use. But I'm surprised. Like, looking at Forza 4, the fact that they had it set up where, like, the Kinect would see where you're looking, and, like, you know, when you leaned your head, it would kind of, like, you know, tilt what the screen showed so you saw a little bit more and stuff. I was like, that's the precursor to VR. And then, you know, they were so in on the Kinect, and then they just decided the Kinect had been a failure, which admittedly it had been. Financially speaking, it was. And from there, they just kind of went like, oh, never mind, we're not doing anything motion control, traditional gaming. Like, that's fine, but, like, it's just very shocking, yeah, that, like, they didn't embrace that at all. Only bad thing I think about being tall is that you guys can't take relaxing stress relieving baths. Yeah, I mean, you just get used to like your knees sticking out of the water. The other thing is most shower heads, unless you go and buy your own, are too short, and showers are a game of limbo. Like, you're just doing the limbo. Excited for the F1 race this weekend? Heck yeah, I'm always excited for F1. I'm glad that this past weekend is the only time I've been glad there wasn't an F1 race during a weekend. It's like, good, I'm not gonna miss it. It's like, good, the break is while I can't watch. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it goes this weekend. I'm ready for something else to happen to just kind of be like the drama to talk about for a week. Because unfortunately Silverstone and this both happened like right before, like, weeks off. So the Hamilton Max, the Lewis and Max drama gets like so blown out of proportion by, you know, fans and by journalists and all this, because the fans are really into it, so the journalists are gonna write about it, and you have all this stuff, and it's just like, eventually just get sick of hearing it. And that's kind of where I'm at, is like, they don't, like, outside of like the moments of being heated, they don't dislike each other. Like, it's like, oh, Max didn't check on Lewis. Max was walking to Lewis, and then Lewis spun his tires, and like, oh, well, Lewis is conscious, we're fine. You know? Like, Lewis is still, like, in a state to consider driving the car. He's fine. You know, like, stuff like that, or... Because you see it like, oh, what are they going to be like when they see each other? And then, like, they see each other, and they, like, give each other a fist bump and head nod, and it's like, they're racers. They're racers. It's... Being on the track is a whole different mental space than being, like, not in the car. You completely disconnect anything that happens in that race car from anything that happens outside. The only time that anything outside matters is, like, if it's just, like, someone is so incompetent at driving that you just have to talk to, like, officials and be like, this guy can't be driving. That's it. Dramatic lighting. How's it going, Juan? And yo, MT, what's going on, man? Welcome, welcome. How long can I go? How low can I go? About as low as a reasonable shower head. There's some that are just extra low, and it's like, alright, I guess I'm just, like, cupping water in my hands and putting it on my hair. But yo, Juan, how you doing, man? How's your week been? And MT, how you been? Long time no see, for sure. Hope all has been going well for you, man. Good to have you back here. Found a VR driving sim that looks neat. Which one is it? But yeah, it's kind of funny. Speaking on the lighting, I apologized before the stream. Like yesterday, I was kind of like, oh, you know, lighting and like camera and audio are gonna be bad for the first few days. Like just getting the room set up, and I think this is the best, like most optimal stream lighting I have had ever. It just goes to show the power of having a room like this. It's like so my lighting setup is I have one of my tripods with the softbox. Right here is like the fill light or whatever it's called, and then the one right in front of me is the key light. It's my other softbox, which is way too high at the moment, so that's like detrimental to the optimalness of it. But like nothing has really been set up properly, or like, you know, in comparison, it's like it just shows how poorly lit my previous stream setup was, just because like I couldn't do anything about it. I had a massive window. The room was super big. You know, there's lights all over. It's like I didn't have control over where most of the lighting was. If I did use these lights, like they didn't really block out any of the stuff. Like they didn't like overpower any other lights in the room, and it was really hard to control the lighting. Versus here, it's like literally I just have one setup behind me, not even really at the right angle, just behind me. My key light is way too high and way too big. My camera is literally mounted to the side of the tripod of this light that is on my desk. Like, nothing here is optimal, and it's the best lighting we've had on stream ever, I think. How low can you go? Are you in the limbo or something? We're talking about how since I'm tall, I basically have to do the limbo every time I take a shower in like a hotel shower. Assetto Corsa, yes, Assetto Corsa is great. That's the sim that I usually play. It's not the most accurate. Like, it's super accurate, don't get me wrong. But it's not the most accurate in comparison to like iRacing or something. I think even like, maybe like Race Room, I think, maybe. Also is pretty up there. There are a lot of sims that are like up there in terms of like their physics accuracy, and Assetto Corsa is definitely up there. There's definitely completely there's no argument against it being a sim, but it's one that like it takes a little bit of the effort that like iRacing puts into physics and moves that into the visual side of it, which I really appreciate. The game looks really nice, and it like feels really good. So yeah, Assetto Corsa, highly recommend if anyone is into sim racing. Just make sure that you are aware, sim racing is like sim racing. It's not like Forza or Gran Turismo. It's sim racing. Or I guess Gran Turismo's gotten a bit more sim racing over time, but you know, like Forza's designed with a controller in mind. Assetto Corsa's designed with a wheel and pedals in mind. But I highly recommend it. If you have a wheel and pedals, I absolutely recommend Assetto Corsa. You did talk about it as VR gamers. Just be aware, it will take some time to get used to it. If you do get that and you do get your wheel and stuff, make sure the first few like races you do are on flat tracks like Monza, and in very slow cars. Like, they have some stock cars, like stock RX-7s and stuff. Drive those. Don't do what I did. I immediately took a GT3 AMG to Spa, and I wanted to vomit for like 2 days. Your brain will make the connection to like not, to not like initiate the feeling of car sickness after a little bit, but it takes some warming up to it. I just immediately, the elevation change gave me car sickness, and even now, coming to a full stop or going in reverse makes me a little bit queasy, just because that's how it is. Been good, busy with work and life, everything good, nice. Yeah, I've been pretty busy as well. I think since you were last here, I think by the time you were last here, I had at least accepted the new job offer. So I started a new job in May, which I feel like at that point you had been here to at least hear about that. And then obviously we're in a different place. I actually just moved this weekend. I'm now in a house instead of an apartment. So I have a dedicated office for my computer and for streaming, and it's really nice. It's really exciting. Gotta go. All right, see you later, Ian. Thanks for being here. Good to see you. Hope to see you again soon. Bathtubs are non-existent in Korea. Yeah, I mean, for us, it's like a combination of like a shower and a bathtub. Usually. Do you know if VR is wheel only? No, you can use a controller in VR. It's just very weird. I did it because I got my VR headset and I bought I bought a set of courses just to see what it was like. And I already had Dirt Rally. And I was like, oh, I want to see what this looks like in VR. And I booted it up and I was like, this is horrific. Just because, like, controller. But yeah, you can definitely do it. You can do it. I didn't feel as much motion sickness then because I think I was focusing so much on how hard it was to drive with the controller. I didn't even think about, like, elevation changes and stuff. New job. Yeah. Hashtag Ian's house. Yeah, no more apartment, no more neighbors playing loud music that you can hear the bass of it on stream. No more me feeling weird about finding a shiny late into the stream on like a Tuesday night or something when people are trying to sleep. And really the big thing we're talking about is my stream area is no longer directly connected to my living room and my kitchen. There's a door, it's all separate. Everything in this room is for gaming and streaming. And that's just, it's going to be so good being able to really control the audio and really control the lighting and everything about this room is just going to be making the ultimate stream room. Well, you get a Exeto later today, maybe tomorrow. Heck yeah, let me know what you think of it if you do get it. I know Sudden Death was talking about like the Forza stuff, and we could do a set of courses like a group. That'd be really fun. One of the things on my list to do is getting a wheel stand and getting like a chair that isn't like rolly and swivelly, so I can leave my sim set up like in the corner. How's Mel, by the way? She's doing really well. She hasn't been in streams for a bit because I don't think it's been mentioned, or at least it's not really been mentioned a whole lot. She's actually in Japan right now. She's over in Japan for a year. So yeah, she's been there since the beginning of August. Play Assetto and a great time. Yeah, Assetto's really fun. I really need to get my wheel set back up. It's been too long since I played it. We started talking on stream about the VR and the sim racing stuff like the day after I packed up my wheel and my Oculus, so I haven't been able to do it. I really wanted to, but I haven't been able to do it. Even with your crappy Thrustmaster Pro, I really still have fun playing. Yeah, I mean, you don't need like a super high-end wheel to enjoy it. You just need something that, if it has a little bit of force feedback, that's fantastic. And really just the biggest thing is like having so much more fine control over the steering and the throttle. Because like obviously you're able to do like light little taps on a joystick. Like you're able to like do little tiny like nudges, but it's so hard to get a smooth motion. Like you need when you're doing racing and stuff. So yeah, like racing wheels and pedals, I think even if you get like a super cheap one, as long as it has some form of force feedback, it's worth it. A year, yeah. Well, she's having a good time. I'm really excited for her. She's been having a good time. I think I just said that, but yeah, she's been having a good time. I'm really excited for her. We talk every day, like during the hours that like we overlap being awake, which is basically like from like 6 o'clock in the evening my time until I go to bed around like midnight, and then I'll wake up again around 8, and she'll go to bed again around like noon my time, so or like 11 my time. So like we still have a good bit of the day that we can talk. You know, she's over there doing her job and stuff, and I'm doing mine. So there's not necessarily a lot of talking during the middle of the day, but it is like, but it's good. It's good. She's getting some good experience out of it, and hopefully all this like international travel stuff becomes a bit easier by spring, and I can go over and visit her and stuff. Shiny Jirachi yet? Not yet. We've been getting back into the Jirachi hunt. We kind of took a little bit of a break. Hopefully now that I'm in the new studio office thing, and I'm gonna be getting the rest of the desk, hopefully like this weekend or something, I can start like setting up the multi-hunt for that. There's a little bit that needs to be like ordered for that, and like there's just desk space that's needed for that, so it's taking a little bit of time, but I'm excited. I'm excited to like really go in on Jirachi. And just really go in on all of it. You know, like the sound of that, yeah. This basically will be the studio. This will be the studio, pretty much. It's going to be fully set up for streaming and for a little bit of recording. Not sure what exactly that side of it will look like as far as like how I handle that. But just in general, this is going to be a room that like it is set up for streaming. It's not set. It doesn't have to be convenient for anything else. It's just 100% purely here for me to be able to stream and, you know, play games at the computer and stuff like that. So me leaving a green screen up or leaving lights in the middle of the floor, that's not a problem. The only thing to be concerned about is where the cameras are. And also, guys, you know what time it is. You hear the music. It is the crab rave time, guys. Let's see the crab emotes in chat. Put a keycap on. Just put the keycap on, and that's why all those things are there, gamers. I want to go to Japan. I also going to start learning Japanese. Awesome. Yeah, definitely. Learning Japanese is really fun. I studied it. I took some classes for it in college. It was a lot of fun. It's actually where I met Mel. And I met a lot of my college friends there. Mel self-portrait to keep you company. There we go. Just get it really big and put it right behind the camera, wherever that is. Yeah, so hopefully tomorrow I can get those the base straps. From everything I've heard, it takes like 24 to 48 hours for them to really air out and be, you know, ready to use. So it probably won't be able to use them tomorrow. So the room will probably be a little bit echoey still tomorrow. Wednesday, I think Wednesday will be the day we don't stream as far as weekdays go. Going forward for a little bit. And then Thursday, hopefully Thursday, I guess, will be the day that we have those set up. And then, yeah, Thursday and Friday we'll stream. Friday streams are back to being normal times. They aren't going to be the early Friday streams. I think I've mentioned that. Summer hours with work ended, so now I work the whole day on Fridays, and sad times, right? But nah. But yeah, so I work the whole day on Fridays now, so there's no starting a stream at 1 in the afternoon and going for like 4 hours. We can still potentially go for 4 hours, so we'll just be starting at like 6 or 7. Your Steam said, of course, the competition is $5 short of getting the game. No, a Steam account. Oh, you mean like account, not ACC the game. Gotcha. Rip. You gotta work, we understand? Yeah. It was a lot of fun over the summer. Work had summer hours, or basically you would work 9 hours Monday through Thursday, and you just left early on Friday, so you only had to work 4 hours. So I was just streaming in the afternoons to kind of have a little bit different of a stream time, let some more people watch. I think for now, still working from home, lunchtime streams can still kind of happen. We can still do like the lunchtime Let's Go stuff and all that. But we shall see when that comes back. Hopefully most of the stream stuff is pretty back to normal and steady next week. I think my hope there is that this week is a week of getting back into the swing of things. Hopefully, again, like I said, this weekend, I'm hoping I can do the desk thing, however that needs to happen. And then going into next week, everything can at least be like in place. There might be some shifting around of like the monitors might still just be, the monitors might still just like be on their stands before they get moved to like the monitor arms. The camera might still be on this weird tripod setup as opposed to be mounted directly over stuff. And then from there, it's like I have ideas for things I want to do with the walls. There's lighting things I want to do. All this kind of stuff that's just kind of in my head as far as like how I want to set the stream up and how I want to get everything going, and that'll just be a process over the next like month and a half. Maybe an L-shaped desk. Yes, that's the plan. That's the plan. So the part of the desk I'm on right now will stay where it is. This is the old desk that we've been using for over a year now. And the plan is, it's hard to see, but right there is another Alex drawer from IKEA. I have 4 of them. 2 of them are supporting the current desk. I have these 2 set up to support a new piece of the desk. They'll go all the way across this wall into the corner of the room. And ideally, I think my monitors and everything will be on that part of the desk. So they will move to that wall. The whole setup will shift because of that. And that should be like the last big change that is made until like a point where I might decide like, this room needs to be completely redone or something. And then everything from there, like I said, is like background changing. So like there might be big changes to the background, but there shouldn't be big changes to the setup itself. A couple like small adjustments to the left or right, up and down, and things like that. And then from there, like I said, it's figuring out where new lights go, figuring out where sound panels need to go, figuring out new equipment, like as far as capture systems or consoles or just all this other crazy stuff that we'll have time to do. Made Hoff's team as a competitively viable team, and he has some OP mons, even if you remove the legend. Like he actually just like got good IVs and good EVs, or just like built it in Showdown. Got Nadella's favorite Rubik's Cube pillow out for her to lay on. I have, but she has decided she actually wants to lay on one of my hoodies that is sitting on a bar stool. That's what she's decided to do for now. That'll change because that bar stool is moving and that hoodie is moving, but I imagine she'll go back to that at some point, or I'll get her like a cat tree or something and she'll use that. And hey, Cinder, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Beep, beep. And Gia, how's it going? Good morning, Rising Star Enigma. What's going on, Gia? Changed your room? Yeah. So Gia, I moved over the weekend. I'm in a different house now. I was in an apartment before, and I moved, and now I'm in a house. So I have a room that is just the streaming room. So yeah, this is the new setup. Is that Cinder in a Jeep you see? Yeah, how's it going, Cinder? Hope you had a good week. Hope you had a good weekend. Gia, same to you. Hope you had a good week last week. Hope you had a good weekend. Class got canceled for tonight, so you can vibe here. Nice. Working to do some schoolwork, though. Gotcha. I think Shy might be in the chat doing the same. Study buddies. Cinder is here. Hype. Never ever rest on classes except for break time. Yeah, I think college can be a little bit different. Professors can just kind of cancel classes if they like need to. Because I never had breaks like that in high school, but I definitely had several times where like professors are just like, oh, I can't do it today, and so we just didn't have class. That's a pretty normal thing in college. I'm gonna use Hop's team real quick. Best of luck. Go crush some people in Showdown. They'll never see it coming. Talk to them about type advantages the whole time. This are your team in forfeit. Nice. And so you know you got the real intimidation skills. Today's learning lesson was biology, chemistry, technology. Nice. That's your workout. Any tips? Lift a lot of weight. Don't drop it too fast. Yeah. Just grunt really loudly while you're doing it. I've heard that helps. Slightly related note, you did some personal art today. Drew a human, looked really good. Actually, nice. Who'd have figured that a summer drawing class would have helped? Yeah, who would have thought, like, who would have thought learning would help? Learning's never useful. Guys, I am really happy to be back streaming. It's good to see all of you guys again. And like I said, we're going to be figuring out the stream schedule over the coming weeks. I think, hopefully I'm going to be able to stream a bit longer. Vanillix, dude! Yo! Thank you for the super chat, man. $50 super chat from Vanillix. Don't know hype. Yeah, JT, and what's going on from the stream? Vanillix, thank you, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Oh, God, he's here. Vanillix with the crazy donations. Again, the Mad Lad, a good way to come back. Absolutely, dude. I really appreciate it, man. It means a lot. It helps out a lot. Like I've been talking about, all these ideas I've got going in my head for stream things, and studio stuff, and like everything like that. Any kind of donations and memberships and all that goes towards that. So I really appreciate it. Vanillix from the lottery, something. I don't know. I've asked him. I've told him he doesn't have to, and he said he's fine and able to do it. And I'm like, I won't question it from there. I'm just appreciative. Don't have money to give away. That's okay, Gia. That's okay. Never feel like you have to give money or anything. That's never required. I stream for fun, and you know, any donations help, but they're not expected. Nothing like that. Just having you guys here is what you know I really appreciate the most. Gotta go. Alright, see you later, gamers. Gotta say, did you already know about type advantages in your showdown matches? Exactly. Feels like it. Yo, Goldie, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. How you doing today? Yeah. No one has to give any money. It is very appreciated when people can, because it does help with the stream. It lets me buy like capture cards or cameras or lights and all that good stuff. Sound panels. Like I have big ideas for this room. I just have to figure out if I can do that. If you don't make disposable income or you're not financially stable, help yourself with saving money. Absolutely. Donations are hype for sure, but streaming is boring when you can't share it with someone. Exactly. That's the big thing. That's the biggest thing. Is just like being able to just chill with people and stream is like the whole point of it, to me at least. You know, I could do all these hunts on my own, just sitting in the same chair with these same Switch and the same 3DS, and just be like hatching eggs and encountering Terrakion on my own, and like just watching a show. But it's more fun to talk with you guys. It's way more fun to talk with you guys. So yeah, when I do sit down and I stream and like, I wouldn't say sacrifice, but like I set it up in a way where like I'm here to like talk with people. It is nice when people do show up and we can talk. Bring back Mario Maker, Ian, Rage. Those are the days. Yeah, some more Mario Maker stuff. Maybe that'd probably be a Twitch thing. It's something I've said a lot, and it's just a matter of me figuring out the best way to do it. Now that I've moved, I can kind of consider it some more. Because yeah, one of the big things was just that's been on my mind for the past little bit when it comes to like, oh, I want to do this thing with the streams when I move, kind of thing. And it's kind of been that way since like July, just because you know there's a whole lot of stuff that goes into finding a place to move, you know, getting that all squared away, you know, getting things packed, figuring out where things are going to go. Like a lot of stuff's been going into this since like June when I started looking for places. So that's really been on my mind like all summer, is figuring out where I'm going to be living. And finally we found it. It is here. And now I can start focusing on stuff. Because yeah, I want to stream on Twitch more for anything that's not Pokemon. Even a little bit of repetitive Pokemon stuff. Like hunting more Grookies or hunting another like Magby and Elekid and stuff that I've hunted on stream. I want to like hunt. And I want to hunt again for my living decks. I would still like to stream with you guys. I want to do that on Twitch. Now that I'm here and my focus can be on improving stream stuff and not making sure stream stuff stays the same quality when I moved, I'm going to focus a lot more on that. One of the big things I think I started talking about like the last day I was streaming before doing this is doing collabs. I want to do a lot of collabs. Do a multi, yeah, exactly. Cinder, you got it. Yeah, I want to do collabs with people. I know Cinder and I have done collabs in the past. There's some other YouTube streamers that I want to like collab with and do streams with, and I gotta start talking with them now that I'm here and can actually do that kind of thing. So that's something I'm very, very excited to do, and it's something I'm looking forward to. So just a lot of planning going to go into that, and a lot of work is going to go into that over the next, again, month. Month is really like the timeline I'm giving myself here of trying to get everything together. Video collabs we pog to. Yeah, trying to figure out a way to do video collabs. I just need more progress on videos, which again, I'm here now. I can actually do that stuff a bit more. I think I've talked about how like the like auto shiny hunter, I kind of put it on hold just because I was like, well, I don't want to like film half of this and then move or, you know, do anything funky like that, right? Like my mind was on so many other things, I wasn't thinking about video ideas. But again, now we are actually in the new house. We're set up. You know, the only things I have to worry about now is like things I'm gonna have to worry about all the time to just fit into the schedule. You know, yard work, chores, and just like, again, stream stuff, improving streams. That's the biggest thing. Ian collabs with Evil Ian. Evil Ian wears sunglasses. Am I Evil Ian then? I wear sunglasses. Just got a 6-0 with Hop's team. Dang. Still doing Twitch. I haven't done it in a while. The last time I did Twitch was before I started my new job, which was back in like May. Just because I had like a week between me finishing up work at my old company and me starting work at this new company. So I had like some extra time to stream on Twitch, so I did, but I haven't since. Just because I haven't had time, you know. But now hopefully I'll have more time where I can at least, you know, I've talked about this before. I think I talked about this during like one of the Let's Go streams. For me, there's a lot of inertia, like with my behavior and what I do, right? Like as far as like my habits and things, there's a lot of inertia to it, and if I get into a rhythm with one thing, I'll stay in that rhythm until something like forces me to be kicked out of it, or it'll just take me forever to get out of it. I have moved. I have been forced out of and kicked out of any rhythm I had. So for me, this is the perfect time to switch that up and to start doing stuff on Twitch and to start doing more streams and figure out times to do collabs, and all that kind of good stuff. So it's something that is in my head to figure out. Love You Need You by Monster Cat, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if it's by Monster Cat. It's published by Monster Cat. I think it's by Sushi or Slushy. It's by Slushy. But yeah, it's published by Monster Cat, and that's where I get all my music right now, is that Monster Cat. Like a new company, changed companies too, best decision. Oh, I'm loving it at my new company. It was a very good decision. Yeah, the people, like individual people at the old company were fine. You know, they were nice enough, you know, as coworkers and everything. But the company itself, I wasn't like happy necessarily working for and stuff, like just like on an overall level. You know, I had no individual problems with people, but I very much am glad I made the move, both emotionally and financially. So yeah, no, I definitely think it was a good decision for me. You know, Xander, what's going on? How's it going? Any luck tonight? No luck yet. Just getting the first encounters in at the new house. Play different games too. True. You have an idea for how we can collab, but it also involves you starting something up for your own channel. I think you mentioned a series you plan on having your channel that easily does collabs. Yeah, you mentioned something about that. Always down to collab if plans come up for that. You'd be one of the people down. Yeah, we'll see. I was like, yeah, I know. I want to do like some shiny races and stuff with some other streamers and stuff. Some like streamer buddies that I talk with and stuff. I just gotta reach out to them and figure out what's going on with that, what their schedules are, and when and what we would do. All that kind of stuff. And you know, from there, get graphics together, get plans made, all that kind of stuff. Right now, you're watching the front desk shiny hunting. Regirock, nice. Best of luck with that. Dell's trainer. I guess you could say that. Time to play Halo with you or something. I did have fun playing Master Chief Collection on that one stream. That'd probably be a Twitch thing if I did it again. Or Splitgate. Splitgate's something I do kind of want to play a little bit of. That's the kind of thing where I'd, yeah, just like play Splitgate with viewers or with members or something. One thing I do want to do is I kind of want to find some time to do like chats with members and stuff, like as far as like over on the Discord. Maybe bring back the post-stream chatting and make that like a member thing. So that's a thought. That's a thought, like, you know, 30 minutes to an hour after the streams, just chilling and talking over in Discord or something like that. Liking Splitgate? Yes, dude, Splitgate's been so good. So good. I've been having a lot of fun with it. I kind of figured it's Halo but with Portals thing was going to be like a very weird kind of comparison to make, and like just kind of saying like, oh, it's like space FPS with Portals, but no, it plays so much like Halo, which is the game I am used to. Literally just with Portals after that, like an after show. Yeah. So it wouldn't be like a stream at that point. It would literally just be like, it would just at that point be like talking in Discord. Potentially, I would love to do, it would be interesting to do something kind of like an actual like after show kind of thing, where it's like the stream continues, but that would have to be like a collab thing, right? Like, I feel like that would very much have to be like a collab kind of thing, and then just like chat with the people afterwards, like, yo, what's up? Or something. I don't know what the plan with that would be. That'd be something to figure out. Again, the suggestions chat on Discord is open for these kind of reasons. These are the kind of things I want suggestions on. Like, here's a vague idea. Either I give a vague idea or you give a vague idea, and then everyone just kind of like helps refine that. Because I want, like, these are the kind of ideas I want fleshed out in the suggestions chat, as far as like, hey, I want to do this kind of thing. What do you guys think would be like the best thing to do with it? Like, one thing I was thinking is like, we as a group, or like either as a group or like me at the start of a new hunt, make a prediction for like when we're gonna find the shiny, and then based on whether or not I also think it needs to be up one more, and, you know, if we go over that number, like punishment of some kind. You know, the one that comes to my mind just because like Puffin's done it is like the sour candy thing, but like, yeah, anything along those lines, anything in that sort of vein, as far as like, I think that would be a kind of cool idea. So again, like, that's where it's like, what would that be? Like, if we go over whatever number we guess, what do I do? Right? Like, that kind of thing. That would be the kind of thing that we would need to figure out. Portals are weird, but it fits so well when you play more. Yeah, once you know what you're doing with the portals, they're fantastic. You're playing Roblox, nice. What are you playing in Roblox? Looks like you're gonna get a job soon, so you can shed money to me. Bring the money. A survival game based off an SCP, the Infinite IKEA. We have to build with furniture to survive the employees at night. That's a very interesting zombie take. That's really cool, though. You got your shiny championship? Yo, son, that's awesome, dude. Hype on the squabit. After show's a really good idea. It just needs more ground. What do you mean by more ground? So like, for now, just like definitely the like after stream kind of chat, I'd be totally down with. Not tonight, just because there's no like forewarning on it, but like going forward, I think, yeah, like 30 minutes to an hour, we're just like members of the stream can like come in and chat and stuff in Discord. Like, I'm cool with that. I definitely like that idea. Or at that point, we're just doing whatever. Cause really for me, the biggest thing that like fatigues me on a stream is just being on camera for several hours at a time. Which, you know, is obviously just part of streaming, but like, I'm totally fine to keep talking with people, because usually like, usually when I hop off stream, I go and grab some more water, and I immediately hop back on Discord and start talking with some friends and stuff. Like, it's not like I leave this chair and don't come back. So we definitely could do that kind of thing. I don't know what exactly would come out of like doing it as a stream still, because at that point it's just like, it's still just chat. Or like I feel like on Discord it's one of those things where it's like just some dedicated time where it's like I'll definitely be on Discord. Kind of stuff would be fun. So like that's a thought there. It broke in. Oh no! More development. Yeah, so again, like if you guys have suggestions for that, let me know. Let me know what you got for that. And just in general stream stuff. I have ideas where I want to make part of the stream backgrounds interactive. That's something I want to do. Just be like an ESPN postgame interview and chat time. Yeah, I mean, not even necessarily, it wouldn't necessarily even just directly be like just me coming in and it'd be like some weird, like, you guys are asking me questions kind of thing. It's literally just the time to chat, right? Like, because I think it would be a different kind of situation if I wasn't streaming Shiny Hunting. If I was streaming Call of Duty or Halo or, you know, Among Us or whatever, just a thought from like a year ago. If I was streaming like that, then I think it would make more sense to like be able to just like switch to Remembers Only just chatting kind of stream for a little bit. Or we talk like this, but we already talk like this for the 2 to 3 hours that I stream. So like, what benefit does it give to just continue doing the same thing but members only without like the Pokemon happening? Just chatting while playing. I mean, like that's kind of where like I would be going is like I probably wouldn't be streaming at that point. Like I want to basically once I finish stream, I kind of want to be off camera. Is the honest truth of it. Like I said, I don't like that's the thing that's the most fatiguing with streaming. I can keep Shiny Hunting, I can keep sitting in this chair, I can keep talking. Usually I can keep talking. There are some days where like I've killed my voice, but generally speaking, the thing that I'm the most like with is just being on camera, wanting to like not be looking at the camera, not have the bright lights on, all that. That's the kind of thing that I would want to like turn off, which is where like Discord chats come in, and that's why I think like that would work the best, especially for now, with how generally small things are. If we got to a point where we had like hundreds of people watching, and you know we had like 10 members or something like that, or like 10 members actively in chat, then yeah, we would just like switch it over to like, we could switch it over and just have it be like small chat time, small member chat time, right? Like, that's the kind of thing I would be thinking there. But that's not something to be considering right now. That's like, if the stream randomly, 1 in a million blew up overnight, then it would be a problem, but it's not happening right now. I never stream anymore. Don't find it fun to talk to yourself and be terrible on stream. I understand that. It can be a lot different of an experience to be streaming when there's no one watching. For sure. I've had those days where just like for some reason like notifications didn't go out, or YouTube just doesn't recommend it, or there's just a whole bunch of other stuff happening that like people are watching instead. So it's not necessarily like anything specific, but it's like sitting and talking on stream to you guys is fun, and I enjoy it. Sitting and talking to a empty chat, just because, like, if someone, on the chance that someone does show up, I can't just be sitting here with, like, my mouth half open, silent, because that just looks terrible, and it makes people immediately leave going, oh, never mind, the stream's boring, right? Like, you don't want that. That's exhausting, and I understand that. I understand that being hard. Speaking verbally definitely has a different wear and tear than speaking to a stream chat. Yeah. And like the thing is, like, stream chats aren't the problem for me. Like, talking with stream chat's fine. It's the camera. It's the camera. I want to turn the lights off. I want to be able to just kind of look around or look at other stuff and like still have a conversation. Like I said, I hop off. Usually what happens right now is I will stream. I will hop off the stream. I will go grab some more water, and I will come and sit back down in the chair with the lights off and the camera off with the lens cover on, and immediately hop back on and talk to this mic to friends for like 3 hours before going to bed. Like that's what I do. That's not like that's not, like, so it's not the talking or it's the sitting at the computer or anything like that. Like, it really is the camera side of it more than anything else. So for me, the big thing is just like getting off camera at the end of the stream is a big thing. If I plan to do a longer stream, I can do a longer stream. It's just, for me, I feel like, especially given the current size and state of chat, I think the better option as far as like, hey, if you become a member, you get access to this like after show thing. It's like, it's an after show chat, or like it's an after stream chat. It's not like an after show where people are like, it's not like it's not, it's not the same thing as like, the only other like real after show I can think of is like the Rooster Teeth podcast, which I haven't watched in forever, so I don't even know if they still do it this way. But I know before it was a podcast where they had their topics and they would talk with each other, and they did their after show, and it was either just more personal or they would like interact. They would like answer questions from chat. Like that's the kind of size I feel like you need to be at to do like an after show. Where like for us it's like, hey, we're just gonna go hop over in Discord, that kind of thing. Instead of 3-hour show at your local playhouse for 2 weeks and constantly standing and worrying about your own image for 5 hours a night is so draining. Yes, I can imagine. Spawned at night but found some people in their base. That's good. Cameras scare you, except the one you use to take pictures. You just don't like them pointing at you. That's fair. I only said about the interview because initially you'd imagine people would have a lot of questions. True. Like, yeah, I mean, that's the thing that, like, I think makes a lot of sense in a situation like a podcast or, another type of gaming stream. Where it's like, if you're playing Call of Duty or something and you're constantly doing stuff, you can only really read a couple chat messages here and there. Where, like, in a just chatting setting like this, it's kind of like, the whole point of the stream is you guys have questions or stories and stuff, or I have stories and questions, and like we just go back and forth and have the conversation in that interview kind of scenario now, as opposed to like, waiting until after stream to have it, because otherwise what are we going to talk about? We're just going to sit here and I'll be like, oh, no shiny. Can't post a picture on the art section. Oh no, why not? That one's strange. That's weird that it wouldn't let you post it there. There shouldn't be anything limiting that. Podcast, you miss your podcast? That kind of wasn't really a podcast. Yeah, I think I remember like the biggest thing with that was like the planning of other people on it. Which I feel like is the biggest thing with podcasts. General. Yeah, I saw you got the picture in general. It's very interesting that like you couldn't post it in art. That's weird. Because like the art channel should have like all the same permissions, but I'll take a look at that after stream. Thanks for pointing it out, Gia. Base wasn't secure and an employee got in, so you ran to another base. Just base hopping now. Not necessarily another person for it, in your opinion. You can actually bring it back if you can make yourself just talk for an hour, live or not. Shouldn't actually be too hard. Yeah, I mean, I think the best plan there is just make an outline of what you're going to talk about. Just make sure there are points to hit. Which is something I kind of want to start attempting to do with these streams. But I kind of want those to be more the collab situation, so it's like I guaranteed have someone to kind of talk back, right? Like, so there can just be a conversation happening. Check in and show your reaction. I mean, I saw it when I checked, because I went over and looked to see like why you wouldn't be able to post there. And yeah, I saw you post your picture in general. So yeah, I'm wondering why you were able to post it there, but not in art. But yeah, either way, there's no issue. There's no rule against like photos in general or anything. yeah, so again, just the general theme of me talking over the past little bit has been, oh, I'm excited for things to come, and like this is the first big part of that. Was moving. Now it's making the room getting the room laid out right, getting the sound in the room right, and then from there it's gonna be really, really working on getting things set up. Slurping down the drink. I'm thirsty. Yeah, usually I lean away from the mic for that, but again, the desk isn't set up the way I'm used to, so. You guys get to hear all of that. All those good hydration sounds. Yeah, so I have thoughts on the stream background. Once I get the desk oriented in the right way and I get everything set up, I'll start kind of elaborating a bit more on those. One of the ideas I kind of had is to basically cover the walls almost all the way around, at least behind the camera, or like behind me in front of the camera. I want to like kind of cover it with like a pattern of sorts, or just like a design. My idea was basically running like wooden boards, almost like a ladder around. So like there's a gap between them, and then have like sound panels behind that, and then put LED strips on the back of the boards to shine onto the sound panels, and have those lights be RGB and have those like controllable by stream. I don't know how well that would work, but it's an idea I had, and it's something I've kind of wanted to try. So it'd be interesting to be able to try that. It'd be interesting to be able to like go to like try that out. I want to know what your guys' thoughts on that would be. You like the sound of that? Yeah, so like my idea would be to kind of, you know, stain that wood, make it look like my desk and stuff, and you know, try to get it all the right color and everything. And it's something I'm gonna be taking a look into, because it's kind of the style I want to go with. I just had to figure out to what extent do I do it. Do I do the whole room just so the room like looks nice all around? How do I make it work? Is kind of what I've been wondering. So yeah, that's like a thought in my head. That's an idea for the studio that I've been having. If you guys have your own ideas, let me know. If you in general have just like suggestions for what to make interactive in the stream background, let me know. Because again, I want your guys' feedback on this. I want chat's feedback. The more ideas we have, the better. Again, and the big one I want right now, especially. I gotta go. Gotta go. Okay. All right. See you later, gamers. See you later, man. There's over 631 baby monkeys. So many baby monkeys. So many. I'm like, gotta go. I'm like, all right, yeah, see you later. See you later, gamers. But yeah, guys, I really like this idea of, at the start of stream, I'll put up a poll with like 3 or 4 options. Like at the start of a new hunt, I'll put up a poll that's like 3 or 4 options of when will we get the shiny. And if we don't get it before we hit whatever number chat was saying we're most likely to get it at, or we'll get it by, some kind of punishment of sorts. Nothing crazy, but like, you know, in the realm of like, you know, Puffin would have like the super sour candies and stuff like that. You know, something like that, you know. So if you have ideas for that, post them on the suggestions channel on Discord, or put them here if you're not in the Discord. If you're not in the Discord and you have a Discord account and can join Discord, please join. Would love to have you there. Link is posted by Nightbot every once in a while, as well as it is in the description. But yeah, so I would love suggestions for that, because that's something that's simple enough. If it ends up being like a candy thing or just some weird food, like I can go grab that like from a store pretty quickly, and we can add that to the stream very quickly. One wall tone with complementary colors, and on the other side, you'd recommend a lighter color as well to let the LEDs and wood patterns stand out for your display. So like have like one wall be the pattern thing, and then another wall just be like a solid painted color. Gotcha. we'll see. So I'm gonna once I get the other part of the desk set up and I get the cameras moved, the camera and the monitors and the lights moved, the lights that I have. We'll start looking into better lighting, and at that point we'll have the camera angle and we'll know what's all shown. Because it'd be one thing to kind of think like, oh, if we make like 2 different walls a certain way, and like I have a window, so there'd be like curtains involved, and then like we set up the camera and none of that's in frame. It's wasted effort to kind of talk about that. Made a basic base. Let's just see how it fares. Best of luck, Goldie. So if you dress up your back wall with patterns and make the rest of the room monotone. Yeah, okay, I think I see what you're saying. So basically, like, this direction's hard to do because like we're in a corner, but I think that's what you're saying. So like the back wall with that pattern, and then the side wall is just like a monotone color. Yeah, to bounce LEDs off of and stuff. Yeah, so I also kind of want to just build like a small section of the wall of like the pattern and see what that would look like. Because I don't want to like buy the materials to build like a wall's worth of stuff and then realize like, oh, this looks terrible. So I might also do that. So these are all thoughts going through my head. Again, if you guys have suggestions, I am happy to hear any of them, any and all of them. Close to another base, so you can just run there. There you go. Smart Goldie. We're in Brazilian servers, everyone's speaking Portuguese. Does that make it a little bit more difficult? Sorry, I'm just pulling my hair back because it was starting to like fall on my face. Yeah, so ideally, crossing my fingers, this weekend I can do the desk thing. The biggest concern with the desk at the moment is just getting the material. Because it's a big piece, it's like an 8-foot long countertop that I'd have to get. And I have to stain it and finish it and do all this stuff. So even if I got it this weekend, it might be like... It's one of those things where it's like, if it's going to rain, I can't do it. It's going to take a couple days to do no matter what, so even if I get it like on a Saturday, it might be a Monday before it's finished and really ready to go, and you know, all that kind of stuff. So that's why I want to get it started as soon as possible. If this weekend ends up looking like the weather is going to be okay for it. Hair's so long it's falling on my face, but not long enough to stay up like this. Once you have a for sure angle, maybe be able to help you the layout. Yeah, man, yeah. There's a few other things I know are going to at least attempt to go up into the setup somehow. So once the camera angle's done, I'll figure out where those would end up, and then from there, the design can kind of be done. Because, yeah, one of the things is, like, lights and, like, where to put said lights. You know, sometimes having a light in frame looks good if it's a colored light. Sometimes you just don't want them in frame at all because they start overexposing and like all this kind of stuff, or like, or you know, the camera underexposes everything else to make the exposure on the light look okay. Like, there's a lot of stuff, and being in this permanent setup now, or once we get the setup permanent, I can kind of start making the fine adjustments on that. Really the proper camera angle, getting the really right spot for a key light, getting the color temperature on that right, getting audio just right, you know, equalizers and compressors and all this stuff on the audio to make the audio just right, and like all that good stuff. Halfway through the night, no excuse, the store is now closed, punching sounds. They say that? So with the friend set up an entire new layout. She has a paneling that looks cut off in frame, but great when it was off to the side. Yeah, it's one of those things where, yeah, things look different to the eye than they do in person, and that's something that has to be considered. I've been really bad about counting Grookies. Yeah, your camera sees things differently. In general, it's like, do you try to get like a shallow depth of field? Do you try to, what are you trying to do with the camera? Stuff like that. Like, there's a lot of things to be considered, and like lighting is one of the biggest ones. So lighting's one of the biggest ones, and you can't really figure that out until you know where you are and where the camera is in relation to you. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff to do. One of my thoughts is potentially putting the key light literally like on top of the camera. I have a 1/4 inch 2 camera adapter. I think it might actually be in. These aren't the right drawers. But I have like an adapter that will slide into like the flash mount on my camera. Oh, I can't really snag. Wow, thank goodness it didn't let me do that. That would have been stupid. But yeah, I have like a flash mount to 1/4 inch adapter, so I might be able to just like attach a key light directly above the camera, or slightly off to the side. I don't know. See, these are the things like I'll be able to tweak once I like have everything in place. It's like I know where everything is, so I can adjust everything, and like I know how everything's gonna interact, so I can adjust everything. And yeah, it's all that kind of stuff. Night 2 is a success. Hey, awesome, Goldie. That is such a clever concept for a game. Yeah, so I'm excited. A lot of fun stream things can happen. And I want to say again, thank you to everyone who does like support the stream financially, because this is where that money is going for now. We had our donation goal that like Vanillix blew out of the water before we even properly said it, of the Halloween stream. Which is kind of a point that I would like to have things set up by, so I could like make all the colors like Halloween colors and have a fun time with that. But really, one of the biggest things, there's still just a lot of the donations and membership money for the next little bit is absolutely going towards stream equipment and stream studio stuff, and as well as the new games. You know, getting us the new games. I gotta get my pre-order in for BDSP so I can have it the night it comes out, because that'll be a fun time. I'm so looking forward to all that stuff. Hoping to get a better work position here so you can support all of the cool media creators you follow. Heck yeah. Oh, that song got very quiet. It is now dead silent. Yeah, I try to support creators where I can, just because it's like it takes a lot to really be able to like. It takes a lot of support to be able to really like dedicate yourself to stuff from like a financial standpoint. You know, like. It's crazy, like, looking at some streams and stuff and being like, oh, this, like, person puts so much time into it. And then, like, also knowing that the amount of time they're putting into it is on top of, like, them having a job and all that kind of stuff, right? Like, it's, like, just knowing, looking at numbers and something, like, this is still a hobby for you, but you're putting in, like, it's a passion, right? Like, I think for a lot of the streamers and stuff it is. And for artists in general and everything, it's like, it's a massive passion, and it's like, it's great when it brings in a little bit of money, but like, it takes a lot to be able to be like, yep, I'm gonna like just do this as my job now, you know? It takes a lot, and like, it's unfathomable how much it can be, you know? Like, for me, looking at just like, to keep a level would be an insane amount. So it's like, yeah, I try to support creators where I can. Yeah, because again, I am aware of that grind and how much effort goes into it. And I'm really gonna be trying, like I said, to up my grind and my like level of dedication and everything in this next month or so, and really just nail it down. Really get going. Dang, we've done so many encounters on Terrakion tonight. I think I noted in my head when we passed 1700 and we're already over 1800 too. The new Enigma era, right? Now, I mean, just something about the announcement for BDSP, I was like, this is the game I am going to be doing my best to really, really cement myself as one of the people who plays this game. Just like looking at the stuff, I was like, I'm gonna be trying to make myself one of those streams that pretty much the moment those games come out, I want to be one of those streams that like is just there constantly, and like I'm excited to put all of my effort into those games. I am very excited to put my effort into those games. Mindful Enigma. If I ever need to create a new channel, that'll be the name. The behind the scenes, super like philosophical channel. But why are shiny? Helping a big Pokemon server, so you have the feeling as well. It's been dominant for a month, but this game and Arceus are going to be an insane jumpstart for Pokemon enthusiasts. Yeah, I mean, no matter what, I think BDSP is going to be a massive thing just because it's Sinnoh remakes. Like, as much as it's been a meme, people really do want them. And as much as I think people are a little bit let down, I would say, by that first trailer, I almost think the letdown from the first trailer is what makes the hype on these more insane. Because the second trailer came out and was like, this is what the first one should have been. They've shown off all this content now. And I really, really hope that these games do very, very well. You know, even before like the second trailers came out for them and both games still really had no information about them, I was like, I hope they did well. But it seems like they really will do well. I need to just get my pre-orders in on them. I don't pre-order any other games. I also don't recommend anyone pre-orders games at all unless you have a reason. And my reason is midnight release for like 30 minutes after midnight stream kind of timing. Like that's my goal with it. Basically my goal with the streams is like start as soon as I possibly can and just go and go and go and go. Ooh, excuse me. I'm still a little bit tired. I'm still a little bit tired from this long weekend of working on stuff. Found a lot of food in the cafe section. Nice. Swedish meatballs, apple, bananas, and lemons. Nice. Locate a lamp. I imagine you should be able to find some good lamps in an IKEA. Never ask how is shiny. That's the next question after why is shiny. Everyone asks when is shiny, but no one asks why is shiny. Exactly. Gonna try to snag the Black Friday deal. Target almost always has a sale on the dual bundle. Nice. Yeah, that's like right after the game comes out too. So like it's not even like you're waiting that long for a deal. Need light and a good root for your base. Gotcha. Yes, that's the second channel right there. It's just philosophical questions about shiny Pokemon. Gonna be pre-ordering because a new Pokemon game. Fair. See, the thing is, I've always gotten around my whole like I don't pre-order thing because like I'll just show up to the midnight release and be like, hey, I didn't pre-order. Do you still have copies? And I go, sure. That's what I've done. I mean, I think I've talked about it. The only time I pre-ordered was USum, and then the GameStop I went to did it early because of like time zone reasons, and I was like, what? And I missed it, even though I had pre-ordered it, and I had to pick them up the next day. So the one time I pre-ordered is the one time I didn't get them at midnight. Fun times. I can imagine the anxiety Target workers get on Black Friday. I feel so bad for any retail workers on Black Friday. Yeah, so now that I've moved, I can, you know, go and talk to the GameStops around me and be like, hey, what do you got? You know, what will be like a plan for that? Because really part of it is figuring out I want physical copies, And it's like, I want to get them at midnight, and it's like, will you be doing a midnight release for these games, or will it just be like a show up kind of thing? Like, do you want to like have a crowd? You know, is that a problem still? So we'll see. We'll see what ends up like being the case there. No matter what the answer from them is, I will be getting the game at midnight, even if I have to get a digital copy. Imagine DJT came to the stream and donating a small loan of $1 million. Yes. Jumpstart my business with that small loan. Do you get to GameStop very early in the morning on Black Friday to get BDSP? Because that'll be sold out almost immediately. Oh, probably, yeah. Yeah, so like I've been saying, my goal is to stream BDSP hard from the day it comes out until Legends Arceus comes out. Hopefully we can find a ton of shinies in that time. That is my goal. 5-10 minutes bet. I don't know if it would sell out that fast. It depends on like what kind of deals GameStop does on Black Friday. So I feel like most of the time when people are on Black Friday, the problem is with consoles being completely like impossible to find now. Like they're not going to do Black Friday sales on those because they don't have to. I don't think people have a massive incentive to go into a GameStop super early. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I don't do Black Friday shopping, so like it's never been a thing for me to like wonder about. But yeah, I'm not sure what exactly like what GameStop usually deals with on a Black Friday. But I can't imagine it's the same. Like, imagine if you showed up like at opening hours, like people are still at like Walmart and Target mobbing the place for like cheap TVs. If you stream hard on BDSP, you'll burn out. I mean, I won't do it to the point that like I burn out, but like my goal is just like go really hard at it. My goal is to, obviously within limits, but like I'm trying to kind of prep myself for that. Like I've been doing my stuff with Gen 6 and that shiny and that like national decks and stuff, and like trying to kind of complete that and like do all that stuff. A lot of that is in prep to like be like, okay, so this is how you do that kind of thing. This is how I will go hard at BDSP in the most efficient way. Yeah, so my goal, my hope is to stream every minute I possibly can with the release of BDSP. I think for Sword and Shield you pre-ordered and had it sent to Best Buy for pickup. You expected to do the same for BDSP. Yeah, I'm probably gonna. I know I've done pre-orders like that had midnight releases from one of these GameStops before. It's a long time ago. I think like the only reason I would think there'd be any difference is because of like pandemic numbers and stuff being where they are. But I think at this point most places have just kind of stopped caring about that. Unfortunately, unfortunately in terms of general population health, but like. Fortunately, in terms of me getting a Pokemon game early, that feels bad to say. Day 4, do you have a lamp? Have you found your lamp, Goldie? Hoarder Scalbers and plenty of dedicated Pokemon fans. I don't think, and obviously I could be very wrong, I really don't think we're going to see... I don't think games themselves are going to get scalped in the same way that we see consoles scalped. There's a lot of issues just in general with the supply chain when it comes to big stuff like consoles right now. That while having a small effect on games themselves, I don't think will have a super big impact on games. Acquired lamp, good. Yeah, like game cartridges themselves require so little in terms of circuitry. I don't think we'll really see the same issue with them that we see with things like the consoles themselves. And there's so many individual cartridges of games. It's not like 10 people can buy every single copy of a game. The stores would eventually be like, no. Like, no, we're gonna sell to other customers. Like, with consoles, it's easier to, like, have 5 people go in and buy, like, half the stock that a store has of, like, consoles at the moment. Versus, like, a shelf full of copies of Pokemon games. Obviously, still, you know, make sure you can get it, but, like, it's not going to be necessarily the most... While it will be a popular game, it's not going to be a situation like the PlayStation 5 or an Xbox or anything like that. At least I don't think it will be. I hit the A button on my controller hoping it would control the 3DS. Still, despite them actually being switched in the right positions now. Excuse me. Alright guys, I think we got about 10 minutes left in the stream. We'll see if we get lucky here with anything. Yeah, so hopefully by tomorrow that pile of cables is gone. Like that's the kind of stuff that I'm working on now. Is like, I've got a pile of cables in the floor. I've got boxes directly behind my chair. You know, stuff like that. Like that's the kind of things that I'm trying to get sorted out with the stream now. You know, for the next week is going to be just like cleaning this room and getting this room emptied of everything that isn't helping deaden Echo. And then going forward from that is when we'll be going forward from that. We'll be organizing the room, getting the walls done up the right way, getting lights in the right spots, all that kind of stuff. All of that will come with time. But the priority is getting like glass off the floor. I got those like glass panes on the floor from a display case. And also, it's like the number of boxes sitting in my like kitchen right now is insane. So there's a lot of like organization that has to happen in here and out through that door and like in my bedroom and in my living room and all this kind of stuff. So it'll take some time. And I want to say again, thank you to everyone who's left a like on the stream. I do appreciate that. We're almost to 10 likes. It'd be awesome if we could hit that before the end of the stream here. It'd be even better if we could hit 15. That is usually our like goal for any given day. And with that, we passed 650 Grookey. We are over odds for sure at this point, guys. We've been unlucky with both of these Pokemon. Hopefully we can get some good luck here soon. Made decent improvements. Roof in progress. Use the lamp for the roof. Night 5, dun dun dun. Is that other base spy you still holding up? Come on, shiny luck! Yes! Yes, let's get some shiny luck here in the last like 10 minutes of the stream. If we get incredibly lucky, that'd be awesome. In a horrid shiny drought right now, oof. hopefully that drought ends for you soon. Yeah, my luck hasn't been super great on stream with these two. But I can't complain too much. We got really lucky with the Cobalion we found before Terrakion. So Terrakion going a little bit over odds isn't anything too bad. Encounters was still ridiculous to witness. Right? Yeah, Cobalion was insane. Cobalion was crazy. Like, half an hour after we found Cresselia and we found Cobalion. It took longer for us to catch Cobalion than it took for us to find Cobalion. That's the kind of craziness. Yo, welcome back, Vanillix. Hope your night's been going well, man. 'We didn't just hatch all of them, right? When did I hatch all of them? How long ago was this? It was a long time ago. What have I been doing? Come on. Why do I do this? Why do I do this to myself? I'm just gonna... grab them like that. And we're just gonna hatch these. We're not gonna pick up any new eggs this time. How many babies are you going to abandon after you find the albino shaft? There's so many I have to get rid of. I have like 10 boxes full of them. Most of them. I think the ones with Poker Rust I might give away. But that's about it. I love the sound of this song. Like the vibe of this song. Sound of this song sounds like stupid. But like I feel like it makes sense. YouTube, get them. How could YouTube allow this content? Adpocalypse the Third, right? Man, remember when that one guy tried to start a second Adpocalypse and like Twitter was totally on his side and then every single person on YouTube went, yo, what are you doing? I remember that. He's like, look at this, YouTube should crack down on this more. And it's like, what else can they do? Aside from punish innocent creators. And then they did. Remember Raid Area 51? I do remember that. It's like... no one expected it to be massive, but it like... everyone expected it to be like a complete like flop, but it ended up being a little bit bigger than I think like people were expecting. I think there were some more people out there than like that actually went through with it than people thought would. Most of them were just like local to the area, so it was like maybe an hour round trip or something to do it, so it wasn't a big deal. Long stream, made it back in time. Just in time, gamers. Just in time. We're doing our last batch of Grookey eggs. So I should probably actually find a raid for us to do. Hey, right there. Yo, Hypnotic Turtle, what's going on? How's it going? It's going well. It's going well. I just finished moving into a new place. So this is the new streaming room. A little bit different of a look. It'll be kind of changed up over the next few days and weeks. Hopefully within the month we can have it figured out and set up how we want it. Have I heard about it? I have not. What is that? Alright, that was our last batch of eggs, guys. That was the last batch of eggs. Let's do... We can do like 5 more Terrakions here real quick to wrap up the stream. Get to 1870. And then I've got a raid for us to do, guys. I've got a raid for us. So stick around for that for sure. Definitely want to take this stream, this first stream back, and some raid height. Literally what Pokemon could do in 2D, animated like Pokemon Black and White. Interesting. Yeah, I hadn't heard of that before. Nice. Yeah, so let's see, guys. Let's see. It'd be awesome if we could get this Terrakion in these last few encounters. But while wrapping up these encounters, guys, again, stick around. We're doing a raid, so definitely stay here so we can have some really hype energy going into this raid. Would love to see everyone go over, post a hashtag mindlessraid, even if you don't stick around. Just go over, show some love, and hey, you know, there'll be another shiny hunt going on. So if you like watching those, you can, you'll get some more of it. But yeah, guys, thank you so much to everyone who watched the stream. It's good to talk to everyone again after almost a week. Thank you to everyone that liked, anyone that subscribed. A big thank you to Vanillix for the super chat again today. Really appreciate it, man. And yeah, like I've said, obviously donations aren't expected or anything, but they really do help out, especially with the current like fixing up of the stream area and doing all of that. You know, it helps to have some like financial support from the stream to be able to justify going a little bit more over the top with it. Terrakion top hat? Oh, I hope not. Shiny mechanic's really unique as well. Shinies are stat based, and the color palettes are designed in a really unique way. Interesting. Replacing with the emoji. Alright, guys. Alright, final encounter. Final encounter. Was not shiny. I'm going to double check that this link works. They're actually live.
Sure, come on.
Yeah, they are live. They are live. So I want to make sure they weren't hopping off. But guys, thank you so much for watching the stream. I'll be back on again tomorrow doing some more of this, hopefully with a little bit more of the setup working. Thank you again, guys. I will catch you all in the next one. Definitely go through with this raid and take care.